Hey guys, Cable Guy Ken here real quick. Somebody had asked about alcohol stoves, saying they weren't dependable in cold conditions. It's a bottle of heat that I've had in the freezer now for 2 days. You can see the sides of it, or you might not can see it. The sides have actually shrunk in where it got so cold. The air is condensed inside of it. Alcohol stove, the Super Cat type stove, only this is made out of a double shot espresso, embedded in a block of ice. So everything is freezing at least. There's even some condensation in the top of this alcohol bottle. I'm not measuring this. Now I could measure just 1 ounce, but I'm just putting some in there. Now, of course, now inside my house it is about 60 degrees, but everything else is froze solid. You can see it lit right up. And inside of a hobo stove, this works perfect. This is too thin to set anything heavy on. If you're using titanium cookware or anything like that, you could definitely set it right on top of it. I'm probably going to put this back inside the little Tupperware container there, just so when it starts melting it doesn't run everywhere and my wife doesn't kill me. We're not neat freaks, but you know. But that's already, you know, putting off enough heat. Let's see how long it takes for it to come up a little bit. Like I said, a lot of times I use these inside of hobo stoves just because it works a little bit better for me, for what I do with it. I can set a pot right on top of it, but I just use a paint can that I've drilled air holes in, and holes around the top. Got 4 1/2-inch holes at the bottom, and then holes around the top. Take the lid off, set the pot right on top of it. It does a real good job for me. And that's giving off a good amount of heat, and I'll just use my lid here. We'll see if we can get it to bloom out. It probably won't bloom just yet. No, it's not quite putting it out, but it's not quite hot enough to bloom. Being ice cold and embedded in a block of ice, you know, it's going to take it a while to heat that alcohol up. But this is the extreme of what your stove would be going through. Your stove would be packed in a, you know, in a pack. It'd be protected from the elements. It wouldn't be sitting in the ice. Your alcohol is going to be inside of a pack as well. You know, it's not going to be sitting in the ice cold environment by itself, you know, for a couple of days. I mean, inside your pack's not going to be freezing temperatures. You could even, if you keep these in the little flasks and stuff like I do, you could keep it in your hip pocket or so. I've got a little whiskey flask, an aluminum whiskey flask, that I can put in my hip pocket with some alcohol in it to keep it, you know, a little bit warmer, closer to body temperature. You can see the flame coming off of that. It's pretty substantial. Let's see if it's going to go out or not. It's not going out. It's still burning. So I mean, eventually it should start blooming out of the sides. You can hear it still sizzling if I'll quit talking. It's actually melting the ice. Melting the ice from around itself. You can see it's free. Find something I can stick in that little hole to pull it out for you and show you. It's totally free from the block of ice now. The other thing I like about the little paint cans, they come with a snap-on lid that seals it pretty good. And if need be, you can use that lid as a base for your little alcohol stove if you were going to use it to set a pot directly on. That of course would further insulate it from the elements, so to speak. You can see it's starting to bloom around the edges of it. Said I wouldn't put a hot, or a heavy pot rather, on this, just for the simple fact that it just can't take the weight. As this heats up the pieces between where I poke my holes, it weakens that thin aluminum, and if you've got any weight on there at all, it just collapses on you. But that's it, pretty quick. It don't get cold enough here in South Carolina for me to show you this outside, but it will work even if I put it back inside of the block of ice here. It's still gonna bloom right back out, and it'll sit there and keep right on going. Now, of course, I've just got an empty pot on top of it, but empty or not, you can see that it's blooming, and it will, in fact, in ice cold conditions, freezing and below, an alcohol stove will still work. So that's it for Cable Guy Ken. I don't have a way to simulate above 10,000 feet. I don't have a pressure chamber or anything, but that's it in a nutshell for right now. Let me know what you think. Be looking for more. I hope to have some more out for you today. Cable Guy Ken here. Peace out.